Yahawada. Okay. Yeah, Yahawada. Yeah, it means the beloved, right? He's beloved, right? Read that one.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. Wait, what did I tell you to get? Surely a pressure make a wise man mad. Yeah.
This is the book of Sirach. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Surely oppression make a wise man mad, and gifts destroy the heart. All the gifts that they gave us, all right, made our people start to be destroyed and their hearts destroyed. That's why they made them chart 501c3 charter to start dealing with the heathens, man. All right, so oppression made the C3 charter.
That's like what the
elites and the popes and
that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's the pyramids.
Didn't that come from India?
Well, the word where it comes from, bro, it's of the heathens. It's not our thing. It most probably come from Esau, most likely, man.
Okay.
All right, or let's be real, Egypt, innit? The pyramids.
Absolutely.
Right?
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 24, verse 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother's tent. Salakia. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent.
So marriage isn't having a wedding ring. Everyone will do the ways of the customs of the Romans. Marriage isn't a wedding ring, walking down the aisle in a white dress, throwing roses at people, man. That is idol worship. That is Roman customs. The Bible never had that. Adam, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, Leah, them women didn't want to walk down no damn aisle saying dun 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 dun. That's some stupidness, man. Speaking.
And took Rebecca, and she became his wife, and he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death.
So Isaac took Rebecca. He didn't say, oh Rebecca, please would you make me in marriage? Well, Isaac took Rebecca and said, you're my wife now. You understand? No, please, on your knee, like, please, I give you this ring. Some stupidness, man. Bring that up. Exodus.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 22, verse 16. And if a man entice a maid,
and if a man chat up a woman
that is not betrothed,
that hasn't already been betrothed in holy matrimony from a young age, you know, like you got the Lion King, you got Nala and Simba. Simba and Nala, they was betrothed from childbirth, from young. That's right.
And lie with her.
So if you get a woman that's not betrothed and lie with her,
he shall surely endow her to be his wife.
That is your wife. That's your wife. There shall be no whores amongst the daughters of Israel. Give me that Deuteronomy. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 17.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28.
No, sorry, Salakia. Yeah, there it is, there.
That one?
Yeah, 23 and 17. Yeah.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
There shall be no whore amongst the daughters of Israel.
Nor a sodomite of the son of Israel.
No sodomites amongst the men, all right, of Israel. So you can't make a daughter of Israel a whore, all right? If you lie down with a daughter of Israel, whether she likes it or not, she's become your wife, all right? But when we read the book of Amos, chapter 7, verse 17, all right? And then we'll read this first before we get that. Yeah, read that.
So this is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary.
And Zondervan, all right, is an Amalekite, all right? He's a German, all right, that was claims to be Jewish, okay? He found out certain things, all right, and then he made, him and his family, the Zondervan family, compacted a dictionary of biblical content, and they were assassinated for bringing out such information, all right? This whole family, you know, like how the Anastasia's family was assassinated by the Russians. Same way the Zondervans were assassinated as well. Read that out.
This is marriage, yeah? This is what marriage means. Is an intimate personal union to which a man and a woman consent, consummated and continuously nourished by sexual intercourse.
By what?
By sexual intercourse.
Marriage is sexual intercourse.
So we just said, it's like
Matthew,
if you lie with a woman,
really, we should put here Matthews 24 and we should be putting that there, like next to it, to prove that this is the correct description of marriage. You understand? Matthew 24, the last verse.
So then what's this thing?
Oh, no, sorry, not Matthew.
Obviously, I know he already
Genesis 24 and 64.
So the people that's literally putting the ring on their fingers, and literally.
All right, so now the ring. All right, the history of wedding rings. All right, wedding ring history. Ancient Rome. Give me that Jeremiah 10 and 11.
Oh, let the truth come out. Let
Jeremiah
the truth come out.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 11. Verse 1. Jeremiah 10 and 1. Hear the words which Yahweh spake unto you, O children of Israel. Thus saith Yahweh power, learn not the way of the heathen.
What?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Right, so yeah, leave it on that. Yeah? Learn not the ways of the heathen. All right. Ancient Rome. All right. It is believed that it is believed that the Romans were the first to have their rings engraved. The Romans, as well as the Greeks, placed the ring on the fourth finger of the left hand because they believed that the finger contained the vena amoris of the vein of love. Some stupidness, man. It's like them palm readers guys, people. You know that they believe in like certain veins and certain things that
They believe that there's a vein that connects from that finger to your heart. That's what they
some love thing. Look, love is when you do this. Leviticus, alright, chapter 19. This is real love, alright?
Leviticus 19 and verse 11.
And Leviticus 19, 17.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon him. Thou shalt not avert your beard.
Yeah. That's it. All right. Love your neighbor. Don't suffer sin upon him. That is love. All right. That's real love. There's not no finger of love. Love is when you tell your brother, bro, you know that this is a sin. You know that we need to kind of keep the Sabbath day, keep the fringes, don't eat pork. Like, let's read together. Let's come to a conclusion of the whole matter. Like, let's fear God and keep His commandments. That's love. Like, us doing this now is so much love in the eyes of the Heavenly Father.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and verse 3. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence.
Exactly.
And likewise also the wife unto the husband.
That is love, like rendering unto each other with understanding and meekness and love. Get 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 5.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 3.
No, start at 7.
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7. Likewise ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
Dwell with your wife according to knowledge.
Giving honor unto the wife.
Give honor to your wife.
As unto a...
And you tell your wife to come out of trousers because they're made for men.
As unto the weaker vessel.
Yeah, because that's for the weak that look
And as being hired together of the grace of life, that your prayers may not hindered.
Yeah, so your prayers may not be hindered. So when you're praying, exactly your household, yeah, they can be honoring the household. Get me that in Sirach chapter 26 and verse 1.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 1. Blessed is the man that have a virtuous wife.
Because blessed is the man that has a decent woman, man. Alright?
But the number of his days shall be doubled.
Yeah, with a noble woman, at least you can go home, you can come home from a hard day's work, and she's gonna be there to soothe you, man. Not to nagging in your ear, man.
A virtuous wife rejoices her husband,
Exactly.
and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace.
Exactly. So now you know you're not dealing with the philosophies of the Romans. And then you get a serious wife that keeps the law, statutes and commandments, and she knows she's a daughter of Zion. You're going to have a blessed day. You're going to have a blessed lifetime, man. When you're dealing with a woman that wants to be a B-I-T-C-H, you're just going to get blah, 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 blah. Where's that money? Oh, you can't see your children. Blah, 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 blah. No, I've got Tyrone coming round later. Like, what the... What's going on? Like,
That's what I'm going through, man.
what's going on? Get me that in 25 and 13.
Look, I forgive her anyway. It's all good, you know what I mean?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 13. Yeah. Give me any plate.
Yeah. Give me any plate. Yeah.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 13. Give me any plague.
Give me any plague.
But the plague of the heart.
Give me the plague of boils. Give me the plague of Sodom and Gomorrah. Give me any plague but the plague of my own deceitful ways. That's why we don't trust in our own ways. We trust in thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
And any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman.
Wait. Let that go by. And what?
And any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman.
Give me any wickedness, but don't give me the wickedness of me going back home and she's nagging in my ear all day, man. The wickedness of a woman is damn stupidness, man. Because they are deceivers, man. All the women know how to do is nag and deceive you. They have manipulate, sexual manipulations, all right, and nagging in the ears, man. Let's get that in the book of the wickedness of a woman. Wow, sexual manipulation. Get that in Genesis chapter 38. That's what happened to Judah, man. Wow, Genesis 38. Woo. Give me that in you get Proverbs 27. Oh no, wait. You're in Ecclesiasticus, isn't it? Yeah. Hold Ecclesiasticus. All right. Go to chapter 9. So that chapter 9.
Let's start at 7.
Wait. Let's get this. So we're at chapter 9, and then oh no, sorry. So we're at chapter 7 and 26. So at 7 and 26. Yeah, and just that verse alone.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 7 and verse 26. Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a lax woman.
Alright, so now go to 9 and 2.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 9 and verse 2. Give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance.
By substance. Yeah, go on.
Meet not with an harlot, lest thou fall into her snare. Use not much the company of a woman that is a singer, lest thou be taken with her attempt.
Yeah, so the singing, alright, it's a way to beguile. The way women sing is a way to beguile the men. Gaze not on a maid.
Gaze not on a maid, that thou fool not by those things.
And a lot of men, they love to go around to see a little eye candy, innit? They just want to get a little look. Alright?
That are prettiest in her.
Yeah.
Give not thy soul unto a harlot, that thou lose not thy own inheritance.
Not thine inheritance.
That they lose not thine inheritance, Salakia.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, they don't want to give to a harlot, yeah? Bring that out now. Genesis, yeah, you know the one, innit? Yeah.
What verse?
Tamar, innit? Yeah, about
30. This is the book of Genesis chapter 38 and verse 13. And it was told Tamar, saying, Behold, thy father-in-law goeth up to Timnah to shear his sheep. And she put her widow's garments off from her, and covered her with a veil, and wrapped herself, and sat in an open place, which is by the way to Timnath. For she saw that Shelah was grown, and she was not given unto him to wife.
Exactly, because Tamar, all right, she had the two older sons of Judah died. All right, so Tamar, the women, they stay upon the brothers. They have to stay in the family of the house of Judah. She couldn't go into the house of Levi or to the house of Manasseh or Issachar. She had to stay in the house of Judah. All right, because Judah is the one that got her partnership with the father. You understand? She has to stay with the house of Judah. Go on.
When Judah saw her, he thought her to be an harlot.
So yeah, so let's read this.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 26 and verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain and drink.
So Judah done the same thing, right? He went to water the sheep or whatever, and he had to go sit at the fountain. Tamar, she sat at the fountain. All right, go on.
And drink of every water.
Exactly, that's what people do. People go to drink the water at the fountain.
Near her. By every hedge she will sit down and open her quiver.
And do what?
And open her quiver.
Open her thighs, okay?
Against every arrow.
Against every penis. Alright? This is what harlots do, right?
When Judah saw her, he thought her to be an harlot because she had covered her face.
So that's what they do, innit? Them women, you know them belly dancing. She took off her widow apparel and put on her belly dancing apparel. Alright?
And he turned unto her by the way and said, Go to, I pray thee, let me come in unto thee.
So let me have sex with you, yeah?
For he knew not that she was his daughter-in-law.
You're not allowed, that's a commandment in the Leviticus, that you can't sleep with other men's wives, alright?
And she said, What wilt thou give me?
So end it on that still. So look, at the end of the day, look, there's women out here, right? We cannot be beguiled by the lust of these women and to fall into that trap. You can lose your inheritance for that. They just actually said that, right? Wow, you can lose your inheritance for that. Woo! What are you saying? Woo! You're not Rasta no more now. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, do you have a Proverbs? Bring out the Proverbs.
Yeah. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7. And where do you want to start?
Start from verse 9. Yeah.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7 and verse 9. In the twilight of the evening, in the black and in the dark and in dark night, and behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn, her feet abideth not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and layeth in wait at every corner.
This is a double saying. It's a parable as well. It's like a metaphor. This is also talking about other philosophies. Just when you come into this truth, you're gonna have this truth, and then there's gonna be temptations, and other philosophies are gonna try jump on you, but you gotta stay strong. All right, so not to deal with other philosophies. This is your wife.
Now, I just wanna say something. I don't want to be in the camera saying, but I'm a married man, right? I'm legally married.
Yeah.
It's just legal.
That's all right. That's all right. You're allowed.
However, I'm separated.
Yeah.
By that woman, right? So
give me moments.
So it's like, what happens in that kind of situation?
Well,
you know, because she's probably going around doing whatever. You get me? And I'm just feeling so bad because of my children.
All right, let's drop everything. Drop everything. Give me Romans 7:1. Give me for the children, right? It's kind of peak, isn't it? It's kind of peak because give me Amos chapter 7:17. Bring that out.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law, how know that the law have dominion over a man as long as he liveth.
So the laws stay with us forever. Remember we was talking about, oh, this is the Old Testament, the New Testament, different law. That's not according to the Bible, right? The laws stay with us as long as we live, right?
For the women which have an husband is bound by the law to her husband, so long as he liveth.
So the same way that the laws abide to us as long as we live, the laws abide to a man and a woman are bounded with that holy juki for as long as she lives. She can't go into no one else. There's not no law in the Bible that says a woman can divorce a man. Men can divorce women, but women can't divorce men. Alright? Yeah, that's Roman. That's the ways of the heathens. That's the custom of the Romans. Alright?
But if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband.
And that's when the husband died. That means she has to go still to the younger brother. If you died and you didn't have children with that woman, she'll be classed as a widow, right? But she can't. If she wants to live on, she can go biblically to your younger brother. So she stays in the family, and she would have, that brother will make children for you. It's a spiritual thing. You understand? Like, so yeah, give me that one.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 7, verse 17. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
So our wives have become harlots. Alright, so now your wife, she's become a harlot. So she's gone from you, and now she's going to God knows who goes. Alright?
And thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword.
Exactly, your sons or daughters are falling by the sword. Alright?
And thy land shall be divided by land.
Exactly.
By line.
That's everything coming into fruition. See that this one verse is bringing everything we've been saying so far into one. The lands have been taken by the heathens. Our sons and daughters have been the blood of our people. Alright? And our wives have become harlots. This is a powerful verse. I didn't even check that.
And thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth from his land.
Yeah, so yeah, we're in a land of our captives, man. This has happened. This is the prophecy in Amos. It was bound to happen, like that our wives are gonna do that to us. It's not. So Curtis, give me Hosea.
My thing is this as well.
Give me Hosea chapter 1.
What about with, let's say for instance, their mother getting involved, trying to, you know.
Yeah, well, the Most High is going to remember every idle word that people speak. You know what I mean? You're going to be judged according to the idle words that you speak. So it says, blessed are they that, give me Matthew chapter 5. When did you get Matthew chapter 5? Alright, I'll get Matthew chapter 5. Yeah, Matthew chapter 5.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 9.
Read
Blessed are the peacemakers.
So she ain't a peacemaker, she's not blessed. She has to be a peacemaker to say, yo, whatever you're going through, get together, like counseling, innit? Like, she has to be a big woman and teach her children to keep the commandments, like, so she will see that. And then give me Titus chapter 2 and verse 3. Blessed are the peacemakers.
For they shall be called the children of Yahweh.
So they shall be called the children of the living power. Alright? She's obviously not a peacemaker, is she?
They're dabbling with some stuff.
Titus chapter 2 verse 3.
Trying to get me killed.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers,
not falsely lying on people,
not given to much wine,
not drinking too much, excessive drinking.
teachers of good things,
So old women here, elderly women should be teachers of good things.
that they may teach the young women to be sober,
They got to teach the young women the same way that they're taught. Yeah?
to love their
To
husbands,
do what?
to love their husbands,
That mother should be teaching her child to love her husband, man. Alright? If she's not teaching her child that, she's breaking the word of the Most High. She's not a keeper of the word.
to
You
love
hear
their
that?
children,
To love their who?
to love their children.
Exactly. So to love their child is to tell their child that you've got a father and he's gonna support us, man. Like, that's not loving a child.
To be discreet,
To be what?
to be discreet, chastens, chaste, keepers at home,
Exactly, not always wandering about everywhere.
good, obedient to their own husbands,
Obedient to their own husbands.
that the word of power may not be blasphemed.
Yeah, alright, so now let's get that. Let's get that reason why. Get me 1 Corinthians. Alright, 1 Corinthians chapter. You're almost holding Hosea, right? Alright, yeah. 1 Corinthians chapter 8, chapter 7 and verse 12.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 7 and verse 12. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord, if any brother have a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him.
So look, if your wife was pleased to dwell with you, yeah? Alright? And like, go on.
Let him not put her away.
So now you come to this truth and you've got a wife, but she still wants to deal with you, but she doesn't really understand what's going on. You can't put her away. You're meant to keep that woman. Go on, keep reading.
And the woman which hath an husband that believeth not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him.
Exactly the same way. Alright?
God.
Woman, this goes vice versa, right? Same way. Yeah? Go on.
For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean.
So that's the reason why you've got to make sure that the children get brought up in righteousness, seeing that there's a father and a mother in the household. Understand? If not, she's seeing every Tom, Dick and Harry coming and giving her the little wookie, man. It's not the best way to see daughters, especially sons, running up and you've got, and she's got, that's not the way we're meant
And
to
I've
do
got a
it.
son and daughter, and they love their father, but the thing is, but their mother's trying to keep my children away from me.
The brother, man.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
it's all good, man. You need to come and congregate with the brothers, man. Alright? Come find your fringes, come with the brothers and just pray to the Most High, because if you gotta put the Most High above everything.
Always,
Understand?
always,
So
every
get-
day, always, every minute, every
Bro,
second,
give me
every
the
day.
Hosea. Give me the Hosea, man. Yeah. What verse is it, brother? Yeah.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 1 and verse 1. The words of Yahweh that came to Hosea, son of Berai, in the days of Uzziah, Jonathan,
Hezekiah.
Hezekiah,
Or Jotham, Hazaz.